Hey, welcome everybody. We're back. It's Saturday, 1 o'clock, as we promised. Ready right now, live. And today we got something special going on. Very special. We have Nessa Jay in the house.
Hey
Very
y'all.
unique, talented, Chattanooga homegrown, moved away, but came back for Ready Right Now Live today. So, hey, Nessa Jay.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing today?
We doing well. We doing well. We also have Mr. RJMJ.
RMJR.
Oh boy, I got it wrong
Hey,
again.
it's all right.
told
I'm
y'all
used to
destroy
it. I'm used to it.
Mr. Ronald McClendon, a stout professional. We're honored to have him here today. Uh, Shouts out, peace and protection to Mr. Hog. Wow, he couldn't make it today. So we got Mr. Ronald McClendon and we got Nessa Jay. So Nessa Jay,
What's
I
up?
hear you doing a lot of great things in your movement nowadays. Can you tell us what kind of music you do?
I am a country R&B artist, more favorite towards the R&B, but also the sound is country.
Mm,
But I love the acoustics behind all the music that I
mm.
do, so you'll hear a lot of country vibes in there most definitely.
I've heard it before. I've heard it before, and to be honest, you all need to experience it, and you'll have a chance to experience it tonight. And that was 4:30 Highway 58.
Mhm.
4:30 Highway 58, 7 p.m. Nessa Jay's listening party. She got some new material to unveil as well. And so let's get started. We want to know more about Nessa Jay. We want to be more involved, and everybody on this airway, if they're watching, they do too. So, where did your inspiration come from? How did you come up with this amazing combination of R&B and country?
Well, let's just say I've always been what you want to say, the white girl of
Okay,
my
okay,
family, so to
okay,
say.
okay.
And I've never been like what you want to say, what they call us African Americans, a little ghetto when it
Mm-hmm.
came to talk. Now I can get a little ratchet when I wanted to, but when it comes to sound, I've always had the countryness in my voice.
Mm-hmm.
So when I start identifying who I am,
Mm-hmm.
especially as an artist, I've always sung R&B, with our girls group I used to be a part of as I was coming up. Also some gospel, because that's how I was raised with the gospel music. So there's some soul within that. But as being creating Nessa J, I had to find my way into what I wanted to do with music, and knowing that I sound like this, but I write like this. So
Oh,
that
organically. That sounds like an organic combination coming together.
so it just kind of combined itself, and like it became a great sound.
Man, it is. It is. I remember, as I spoke to you before. Thank you. We hosted an open mic. Started 2 years ago, and you
Mhm.
did our first open mic, and we've yet to have a unique artist that has that combination since. And where I want to know, this is me. RJ got some more stuff. Everybody got some more stuff. You so interested. I mean, it's gonna keep coming. We want to know everything. So who helped you as an influence at bringing these combinations together? So I guess what I'm trying to ask, each genre is from R&B, country, gospel, all those have their own separate influence base.
Mhm.
Uh, I'm trying to see what influence helped you bring it together.
Let's see. When I was younger, the most country artist that I used to listen to was Celine Dion.
Ooh.
My favorite song was the album that it came from was "That's the Way It Is."
Is that the one with R. Kelly on? Oh, okay.
Celine Dion is that one. That's the way it is. That album right there with the whole right before Titanic album. That right there was a whole vibe. She was my vibe. I sung it in school, graduation. That she was my country vibe then back in the day.
That's a big one.
Now, when it came to like R&B, it was more like the Brandy, the Monica, the little soul from Whitney Houston, those vibes. Those vibes right there was more like what kind of helped me write, especially with the Monica and Brandy era, because that's kind of how I was writing a little bit of Keisha Cole,
That's more up to date. Yeah.
That was the era that I was in when I started writing music, even at a young age. That following the Brandy, following the Monica, the love songs, because a lot of my songs are love songs, and it's not necessarily like, oh, how I'm feeling at the time. It could be somebody else's situation situation and I'm writing about, you don't even know what I'm writing about.
Mm-hmm.
And it may seem like it's, oh, that sounds like you going through that situation. No, not at all.
You can relate to
You
it.
just relate, you know?
Yeah.
But for, you know, inspiration, Celine Dion was my country vibe back in the day. And then
That's
the
a big
R&B
one.
was those right there.
I had a country vibe. RJ, you ever had a country artist that you particularly gravitated to?
Quite a few.
Give me who?
It's gonna shock you. Probably Shania Twain.
That's a big one now. That's
Yeah.
that's grassroots country.
Yeah, it's different.
Because Celine Dion, as we all know, cross genres as well.
Mm-hmm.
So man. Hey, ready right now live. We seeking perfection while never being perfect.
So do you plan on cross promoting like Celine Dion as well?
Maybe.
Oh, we get to have a seed planted. Have you ever considered remaking some favorite country songs?
I thought about it. From their songs like Morgan Wallen. I love some of his music. I wanted to do like some girl mixes to some of his songs.
Country has a pop to it now though.
Country it ain't the same no more. You got country rap.
Yeah.
Like you have a country has evolved, and you know everybody think, oh, it's just because the other skin color things they came up with it, and all us African Americans came up with their country vibe, and we just make it a little harder.
We make it a little harder, more essence.
Yeah.
We're gonna mix it up.
So are you familiar? You mentioned like the country rap. You familiar with Blanco Brown?
I think I heard his music quite.
Blanco Brown, he based out of Atlanta.
I never heard it.
Yeah, look him up. But I want to ask you, how did you develop the name?
What? Nessa Jay or country?
No, your name, Nessa Jay.
Okay, so my real name, my first name is Jamie.
Okay.
Nessa is Van Nessa, which is my middle name.
Okay.
And the J at the end is Jackson. So you got J Nessa or Nessa J. Okay. Nessa J is just an alter ego that I have.
It's like a pretty movie that I can't
get
through because
I see some modeling going on. I see cooking going on. Oh yeah, I'll be paying attention. So outside of music and the other things, what do you think or more? Because your music I can see.
When I close my eyes, all I dream of is you. It's like a pretty movie that I can't get through.
So I can. You know, history for that. You know, my dad was a chef. He cooked his entire life. If anybody that grew up in the West Side knew where to go get the ribs from, they knew where to go get the food from. They knew, hey, let's pull up
Shout
James.
Shout out, Pop.
You know, James Jackson. He deceased now. You know, but everybody loved him, aka Buster. You know, that's where my roots come from with the cooking. It's always been in my blood. Now my mama also cooks as well, and she can cook real good as well. You know, it's just in my blood to be a cook there.
Oh man, so you didn't have a choice.
I ain't had no choice in that one. You know, I ain't have a choice in that one. But like everything else, like I've always been the talented one within the circle. I've always been active in the school, what you want to say, the job, the sports, the music, the arts,
everything.
Kind of I dibble dabble and everything. So I have a lot of hats, I have a lot of hats.
A nice
hat. Well, thank you. You know, so I'm a woman of many things. It's not that just one that makes me. What makes me creative is what built me. You know, the cooking, the modeling, the drawing. I'm an artist. I do visual arts as well. I create, I design as well. Yes. You know, just growing up being a girl in general, I learned how to do cosmetology. I do hair, learning. I wear many hats.
Survival tools initially, but turned into real skill.
Real skills. Modeling, that right there has been a big factor these last couple of years, almost over 6 years now. With the modeling. My first show and where I met Miss Shokita is which was put my foot back out in the door with modeling. And that took off. I did pageants, when I was younger, so it that naturally came back to me when it came to walking.
So pageants are hard, eh?
Yeah. The pageants that I was part of was the Talented Teen pageants. With music, I sung. That was my talent. I was Miss Hamilton County, then I became Miss Tennessee. And that was in the Harold Jackson Talented Teens back in the day. And a lot of people know that's an all black organization.
Are they still in existence?
I think they are, but I think they done moved on to like the islands and stuff now. So they do a lot of island stuff that I remember now.
Wow.
That's been since I was like 14 and 15, 16 years old when I did that. But that right there groomed me to be the walker that I am now. That takes structure. It takes structure.
How long it take a model to walk? I don't know that.
Now, not everybody can be a model now, but it takes technique. It takes technique, and some of it comes natural. Some of it has to be learned. Okay. But everybody can be a model. Okay. Everybody truly can. It's just how you start, disciplining yourself in that area. You want to take classes, you want to watch videos, you want to build your personality in your walk.
Speak body language.
Yes. Your body will speak to the audience. Your body will speak to you.
Y'all hear that? Any aspiring models out here, anybody can be a model.
Anybody can.
Miss Nessa Jay told
it ain't necessarily with walking. You can be a face model. You can be a clothing model, just modeling clothes, stand still frame model. You can be a model as anything.
So many different ways to apply the model. You have any advice for any aspiring models that maybe wanted to or did and want to get back to it? Because it's a new world.
Listen,
all formulas have changed a little bit.
Listen, nowadays models come in different shapes and sizes. So when you look in the mirror and you feel like you a bad B, then girl, get out there. A guy, you feel like you're a bad B, then get out there. Can't nobody stop you these days and times. Models are models. You are a model, whether you are a standstill model or a walking model. You can model. Don't let nobody tell you that you aren't beautiful.
You hear it?
All right, because baby, it's all kind of people on the runway these days and time. Okay. So don't let nobody bring you down.
If you want to find,
if you want to find a way, you can get out there. Okay. So don't let nobody say you not a model. Don't look in the mirror and say you look bad today. Get up and put yourself on. Be you. Be you. Put your face on. You ain't even got to wake up. Just put your face on.
Put it on.
Just put your face on. You be all right.
I think that's the we need to sit out right there. It's empowering,
You gotta wear a face full of makeup to be a model.
All right, give me a second. I want to pay a little bill here. Shout out to the people who allowed us to be here. I'm Park Development Corporation. Dr. Eleanor Wood, thank you, Robin, Michael, Mr. RJ, Mr. Jay, Mr. Keita, Community Arts Summit. We are here to provide amazing content, and today we got that. Mr. RJ, I know. See, Mr. RJ is the stout professional here. See, I'm over here doing the talking, the leading, but he know what he doing. I'm gonna let Mr. RJ teach me what to do. You got something. Give it to RJ. This is the RJ McClendon show.
Okay.
Right now.
Let's take it a little bit back. You said you got a degree. I'm sorry. So what would you recommend a young brother or sister to eat if they trying to figure out, okay, I want to be as healthy as possible? What type of diet would you recommend?
Increase your greenery. You want to increase your vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin 12, things you can actually eat your diet. You want to eat more fruit, especially like pineapple, seafood. Watermelon is great for hydration. You necessarily, a lot of people think, I need to drink lots of water to keep a healthy diet. you don't. If you can find a lot of nutrition and hydration in fruit, okay.
H3O.
There you go. So I mean, it's watch what you eat when it comes to red meat. Portion it out. Pork is not a great protein in a diet. It's not. But you do want to gluten, a lot of gluten-free stuff would be great.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go back to why stay away from dairy. You mentioned stay away from dairy, but why?
Because it when it comes to your joints and muscles, it can increase swelling. It can also stop you up. Dairy takes hold of like inflammatory. You know, you don't want that. It's like it's a lot with dairy. You don't want to go. A lot of people love it.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So we were trained for dairy. You know,
yeah, we were definitely
baby
raised up
bottle,
on them.
you know, and you start entering, you know.
But if you notice now, when the more dairy you take in, the more rashes you see.
Mm-hmm.
You get sick more. You know, you have a lot of kids now that are lactate free now because dairy has, you know, allergy reactions, and they're high risk now.
Mm-hmm.
High risk. A lot of parents are pulling back from the dairy products because their kids are getting sick more.
Yes, I think that's majorly. I do a little studying, a little off subject, but we don't feed a cat dog's milk, and we don't feed a dog cat's milk, but we drink cow milk. So yeah, that's my thing with dairy.
Are you familiar with what's in milk? I am. That's why I asked.
I don't know all the ingredients. I know it's just not good for you. I haven't like studied all into the milk products, but I know it's not good for you. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, but most of the people don't know that really milk is really basically pus and blood. It just has to be filtered through. Yeah. So
pasteurized.
Yep.
So another food question: how do you feel about the vegan diet?
Let's see. I've recently went over to being a vegan vegetarian. Let's see. I'm not bad. I stopped eating meat. I just started back adding food, you know, protein in my dairy, like pescatarian. You know, you have lots of times, but vegan. I'm not against it. You know, it's pretty decent. What
about for males? I was a vegan, but I'm asking, like, what about for males? Would you recommend the vegan diet for males who partake into a lot of, before they became vegan, they love the meat. Mm-hmm. So if you love meat, you're going to participate into the meat substitutes. Would you recommend that for them?
Meat substitutes?
Yeah.
Nah. They're not good. They high in sodium for one. Okay. They high in sodium, salt, all that good stuff. It's
soy.
Yep.
That's what I was looking for.
Yeah, the soy. They it's not really good for you. You know, the meat substitutes are not really good, but we do it because we still need that protein. They do have slight protein in vegetarian because it has that mushroom in it and stuff like that, but it's high in sodium.
Because if you're going to do it, I would suggest to make your own. Mm-hmm. That way you can control the soy.
The salt content in it.
Because the soy, a lot of people, I'm going to say this, a lot of people don't know that soy produces ED in the males. Mm-hmm. That's one of the reasons why they push in the vegan diet to control the birth rate.
Mm-hmm. It drops the testosterone level.
See, I ain't hear that one yet.
Yeah.
The birth rate one. Mm-mm.
Yeah, it encourages estrogen in males, testosterone in women.
So you should have went around that one a little bit.
Yeah.
It got to the point.
So we talking cooking. We gonna talk. It's ready right now live. Miss Nessa, a lot of amazing things about yourself, and we just gonna dive into them, man, and get people up to date on things that we know. We just share it, you know, because the food situation in our communities, unfortunately, most of our communities are food deserts.
Yeah.
So a lot of people in our communities don't have the luxury of considering veganism or vegetarianism because you don't have access, first of all, economically deprived. So yeah, this is very powerful.
I do hear that, you know, Chattanooga is coming up on their food. What is the name for it? I know Nikki Lake is the the food.
Oh,
is
Nikki, yeah. The co-ops.
Yeah, the co-ops. They've been giving opportunities for you to be able to reach more fruits and vegetables and fresh, all that good stuff. So
yeah, shout out Nikki Lake. Shout out Nikki. And what's the organization? Can't think of. Chattanooga Helps Itself. Chattanooga Helps Itself. And yeah, so the food thing, we're gonna dive back into that because it's a real thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
you will be a perfect ambassador for health in our community.
I mean, it is a situation. It affects a lot of things, like like he said with the diet changes. I had to change mine, because of my health issues. I have lupus, and I had to change my diet because of that. I had to stay away from the red meat. I had to stay away from chicken. I had to leave all meat alone for a long time. Been one too long. I ate meat my entire life, but recently last year when I was having problems with my stomach, the flare-ups, not being able to digest, I had to switch over to increasing all my vegetable intakes, all my fruit intakes. I always drank water, so that wasn't a problem, not drinking sodas, etc., etc. But by doing that, that allowed workouts. It helped me a lot.
You were pushed there, but then you embraced
it. I had to. Now, and I've never really been like a huge, meat eater for real. So it wasn't that hard.
Yeah,
it wasn't that hard to cross over. And I mean, not eating meat also increased my energy. Which I need that energy because I'm always on the go. I need that energy. I'm always on the go between parenting and myself. My girls have a schedule. I have a schedule. So I'm always either teaching and moving.
So you got 3 kids?
Yes, I have 4.
You have 4?
I have 4, 3 biological, and my stepson. I have 4 kids.
Oh, you got 4. I have a stepdaughter. That's my daughter.
And my babies, right there.
Yes. That right there is a whole nother segment.
How do you balance it out?
Oh, it took some time. It took some. It was all about my kids and my family before it was me. That has been a step really this past year, being able to balance them and myself, because I want to do me, but I also want my kids to know that they have a future as well, and I didn't want to step back from them too, because they're very talented. Very, very talented.
That's right. Your daughter sang at the first open mic too.
She did sing.
Oh, she killed it too. How's she doing? What's her name?
Jayana.
Shout out Jayana. Thank you with your talented self. She said your brothers and sisters are talented.
Yes. The girls are dancers as well.
All girls.
I have one boy.
Okay.
Now he's 3 years old. He's 3 years old now. My other boy, he's 14. He loves the sports outlet.
What sport do he play?
He like basketball, and he's also a gamer. He's really good with technology with them games. He's very good hands-on.
Most of them men. I need him to fix my phone.
He probably could. But balance is definitely, the balance was more focused on them at first. It was very unequal. With them, to be able to be with them, to make things feel comfortable for me. I had, a long time ago, I started a group called Zymore Studios. It was a performance art program that became dance, music, art. It was a whole combination. Then when I had to sit down for a while, it kind of closed. But I've always dabbled back into my girls being with me and being with them, whatever they doing. It all plays a form, and both of us doing what we like to do.
And
together. That's the only way I was able to balance out what I enjoy and what they enjoy doing, was doing it together. Now it's in my life where I feel like now it's time for me to, pull and let them do them and let me do me. I got things I want to do. I want to build a career. I've already set the ground for you. Now what you're going to do with it. Is it something you want to continue to do? Because this is what I want to do. Okay.
I think the work ethic in that is the lesson. So whatever they choose to do, they getting to watch mama show get to it. And that's the best lessons we can give to our kids, or friends, community, and all.
You want to dance. You want to model, you can model too, because these are the words you wanted. The music, I set the platform for you. Either you want to stay on it or you're gonna fall off.
Oh,
Okay.
But it's based on your work ethic, what you put in. So speaking of kids, when you was a kid, what did you see you doing as a kid looking at your adult life, your future adult life?
Well, honestly, with the push that I had behind me, it was always either going down the road from music. That's where my dad made sure I had everything that I needed for music. When he seen that gift that I had, he made sure I had the karaoke machine. I had the cassette tapes and the things that I needed to write, the notebooks, the pencils. I've always seen myself going down the road doing music. That was always the pathway. Music. And no matter what I was doing, it was either I'm gonna be with the church, he said, or you're gonna be here doing it in the school, you're gonna be in some kind of talent show. He made sure I was in some kind of talent show doing what I enjoyed doing. It's always been music. And I've always tried to stay on that track where music, rather it involved dancing and music together or silent music.
Oh man.
My circle always involved music.
Thank you, Pops. You left an indelible impression on this daughter right here, because she's blowing me away. It has since the day I met her.
And I also heard you mention, you said a stepchild, right?
My stepson.
So you married, right?
I ain't married yet.
Okay.
But you might as well say I am. We've been together for 10 years.
Oh, they married.
So how do you balance being a mother, an entertainer, a wife? How do you compartmentalize the time for your man?
There's always been, argument with that. Time has always been a struggle. Honest, this time has always been a struggle. There's always been, you're always gone. When you gonna be home? This is my weekend. That is a touchy subject right there, because I am always gone. I have always been doing this. When are you gonna have time for me?
Yeah.
And with growth, I have been working on that. Because like I said, I was like, oh, it's time to focus on what I enjoy doing.
That's right.
I enjoy doing. This is what I want. I've always, not saying that I can't give time, but I've always gave time to everything else instead of focusing on me.
Yeah.
Believe me, that is a very touchy situation. And I've definitely been working on it. Okay.
I don't know who you are, sir, but y'all obviously got something, because you're still together, and that's a patience that we all can learn from, as we're with our significant others or whatever, and supporting them, and letting time heal things,
Because one of the reasons why I asked the question, the man is putting his time, effort as well as you, and then a lot of times the man is overlooked for giving and sacrificing for others. And that's all sometimes we can do. But what about us? Sometimes? Not all the time, but okay, we sacrifice and our life always balance things out.
Great.
Reality. It does.
Yeah, and it's like, you're driven.
And then one thing, it could be time you working on your dream while he's there, or he's doing something while you there. So it's just.
You came a long way to come here. It's Chattanooga call you that. Chattanooga's in your heart if you're visiting them. So how long did it take you to get here?
About 3.5 hours. The drive is really but with traffic, sometimes we can.
Damn, you know how the level of dedication it requires. Because we see you. I was in the middle of 58 Highway the other day. I saw it on the picture. Yeah. In the middle of 58 Highway, speed limit is
In the middle?
in the middle. I said, man, that lady ain't gonna be denied right there. No, 3 hours represent that. Thank you. I'd like to give a shout out to what I got here. Ivory K. Cole by Destiny. She is an amazing young lady. She travels for Chattanooga artist as well, man. So I want to give a shout out to her and read. All right. So moving right along. What can they expect from you at the
listening party is introduced but this one right here will perform tonight. I will be tonight. First song that you will actually hear. It is everybody have always asked, what my music? Always out there now. Always, putting it out there on different as Nessa Jay. I am excited. Now you can loud. You see me, you hear me tonight.
Breathe, just breathe.
So let me ask you, what with that?
Breathe. Breathe is. I mean, a lot of my songs really do, but that right there is just subtle. Everybody always thinking about a dream who you're fantasizing about, who the person you really want to take the time like, ooh, at the moment. Breathe is just unique. It doesn't say too much. It gets straight to the point. Like all my other songs is I'm
hold on. You extra. How you?
Like you said, I'm in the middle of the street taking photos. Okay, I'm extra. But I'm that extra soft R&B. But I'm loud when it comes to that. Everything is about. Breathe is just a step back, letting you know that. Take that breath.
Yeah, be yourself. Yeah. Give us. You got those snippets over.
You gotta stop and breathe. You took the air out of me. Love is all right here now.
7 o'clock. Yeah, 48 Highway 50. Yes, right on the spot. Really right. Man, this has been amazing. I just caught up with what I was doing. All right, we got Ivory K. Cole, my ladies. This is the This is Ivory K. Cole by Destiny. Beauty meets purpose, and every swipe is a reminder of your power. Her mission is to create nourishing, vegan lip care that empowers women to feel confident, radiant, unstoppable while honoring legacy. From the rich glosses to the luxe lip oils, it's not just a product, it's a lifestyle. So, now, if you have any artist that you would love to work with, whether it's international scale. Oh, I know that. He's in Carolina.
He's in Atlanta.
He's in Atlanta.
that is we literally record that. Not that day when we go out for it.
Really?
My first collab.
Any?
So
Gotcha.
this is the first collab.
Wow. Miles, shout out to Miles Stone too,
Big
man.
brother.
Man, that guy comes to Chattanooga often, man, and shares all of his talent. You and Miles, yeah, y'all remind me a lot. He does a lot. Mhm.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
that's
And how can we find that? Okay.
it. But on our pages, you can hear the song.
Gotcha.
Um,
Mhm. Hey, I think y'all are creating a whole new world with you know, 'cause I heard you grabbed a random guitar player. You look so serious. You sit down, you style with that guitar. Yeah, and then you got there like and you coach him. I watched him, the instrumental find himself through you. I watched, and that's the skill right. I don't know if Miles shared that, but I know he definitely does. 'Cause Miles, he got a rap. He, you are he's rap country, man. He's snapping too.
Mhm.
Miles Stone.
Oh yeah, then you just go to his page, you will find it.
So when you create revenue growth, say you want to create a song, what do you do to grow?
Funny you asked that. So I can really driving down the street. I was just telling Mama Yokita here that I was literally driving down the street right here, and I wrote a song called Tiffany. I was, yes, I can sit here and be like, "Fly the camera on me, baby."
Don't stop.
I mean, that's literally how it rolls. Like,
Oh, you just.
I was just saying, like,
it.
it just all depends on what I'm doing. I can be sitting in the car, it can be raining. Raindrops falling on my window. It just comes, it don't matter. And I mean, but when it comes to direct music, I really have to feel that vibe. It has that, and then sometimes that's where it pulls from too. The instrumental music that I'm listening to, the beat, then that kind of directs. What I'm about to lie to you today.
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you this. When you said the vibe, like what do you need certain things to set the tone for the vibe? Like certain musicians, like when they do in the studio, they gotta have it. So you don't, it just depends.
What I'm trying to do. What I'm trying to
Utilize
do.
energy to that.
Yes. Yes, pretty much. Now, like a lot of my music, sometimes like I created this song that will be coming out featuring. I have a song called Water. That's a song based off how I was feeling and what I was going through. You know, um, it the vibes is just really not necessarily what I gotta have in front of me. It's sometimes it's feeling anything, birds flying.
It sounds like you got a energy that allows you. You know, like six formula. Then they got trouble. And you having from the energy of the world, you be empty. That's a very unique test. Ready right now.
So dream collaborate. If you could give us your top three collaborations, if you could pick anybody dead or alive, who would you collaborate?
For sure, I always want to live with one.
Mm.
Now, I always wanted to collab with Mama. She has that R&B vibe. I know what sounds good with her. I've always said I wanted Mama. Guys, like, I think I would love to do one with everybody. Chris Brown. I think we could make some good guys, especially with the dance collaboration too. I think that'll be a hit. You know,
I don't doubt you one bit.
I think we for sound and writing, I feel like we can do it with sound. 'Cause he's all over. He can do anything too
He
with
does
music.
a lot of writing.
I don't know if he writes music, but I'm saying with his sound. I think he can do country pop. He rap. I've always been to that with him. I met him once before in LA. And then somebody, even she's not one of my top picks, but I have always wanted to sing with Whitney. I've always wanted to. I ain't got the pipe, but I know she's a great push. She's a great push. She would have pushed me to my back because I know I have a range that I have not used, and I know she'll definitely push me to that. I have a lot of ranges I have not used, but I know she would have took me to that range that I don't use often because it's not the most comfortable range, but I can definitely get up there.
Yeah, a lot of singers. Choosing that.
I feel like Whitney Houston, if I would have got to meet her, now she would have gave me those lessons that I needed to be able to push myself. I've seen her coach other singers to be better, to be great. Exactly. I've always wanted to work with too. She's the person that be interested to work with.
Last year,
I can't just say I got a top three. There's a couple artists that I would like to work with. I can't think of their names right off. You got me on the spot in my head. You know what I'm saying? But
Hog Wild. That was Hog Wild. There was a question.
But it's a lot of great artists I would love to work with. Top, just top three. I don't necessarily top, but definitely number one. I've always wanted to work with.
I have a question for you, RJ. Top three artists based off of our snippets we received today.
No, Sugar Lee. Sugar Lee.
I've heard of them, not familiar with the music.
Yeah, all those.
Mm.
And believe it or not, that verse B.O.B.
Oh, that's heavy hit right
there. Her voice is natural. It's something refreshing because you hear her. You gotta have it. Yeah. So a lot of people sing and really hold they do get the right key. So there's a lot of shit.
It's a lot of shit here. And how I balance it with my mind is here right now. I like to give me a snippet. And no wrong, but the ones that are always are more prepared. They always more, learn more, go through more too. But yeah, it's a different level. So I'm operating a local in this Chattanooga landscape. Man, days for us that make that have had to be and solicit support and all the things. So I got Reach the Truth. Shout out
What's
Reach the
up?
Truth. Denise Day. And it's a gentleman I just met not too long ago. Tucker Underwood. I don't know if you're familiar with him. Google him. Got my attention taken earth. And this is a white guy. But you know, it's a cast of all the things. Reach Denise Day. My top 3 imagine you working.
What's in it?
I sure will. They listening right now.
For sure. I mean, you can definitely, if you don't follow me now, I know my page is not full of followers right now, but you know, get yourself on there. You can follow me at Sweet Music on IG. That's SWEETMUSIK 101. Follow me now. Or, increasing with a lot more of my music, videos. This is just the beginning again. This is just the beginning. So, no, I don't have a lot of stuff on there right now, but you will start seeing a lot of stuff, okay? Then if you just on Facebook, you can find me at Vanessa Word Law Jackson, but you gotta spell it right, or you ain't gonna find me. V-A-N, capital Nessa. Word Law Jackson. That's my fun page, but you can still find all my business stuff on there as well. And like I said again, IG, that's Sweet Music 101 at Yahoo. I said Yahoo. You want my email too? There you go. Or you can go to my music by Nessa Jay. That has stuff on there that's connected with my IG. You can find me there as well. That again, you have to spell it right. VAN, capital NESSA, Nessa J or Nessa J.
That's right. And thank you for coming out. Yes, you're right. Because I couldn't pull you up because I wasn't spelling it right.
Oh, and I mean, if you also want to hear book me as well, you can find me at Big Boss Productions. You can just look up Big Boss Productions and you'll definitely find me on there. Or you can contact Miss Yokita McGraw if you would like to book me for any shows. You go through her. You can also contact me direct, but it's also going to follow right back to Big Boss Productions under Yokita McGraw.
Yes, thank you. Ready right now live. Thank you, Mr. McClendon. Coming in, man. Chattanooga has what I like to call a Chattanooga Renaissance going on. Thank you, Miss Yokita. Since the day I met you, it's been all pleasantries, and it's continuing today. And so we're going to continue to push for improvement, empowerment.
Yes.
Do everything you can. Don't leave anything on the shelf. Thank you, Robin. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, All Park Development Corporation, Dr. Eleanor Woods. Right now, I got to send a shout out to Caps, Hats, and Gowns. Ayana Patton, she's on Brenner Road right now, dialysis clinic. The parking lot is full of community members right now, creating their own economy, supporting each other. And I encourage us all to get out to 4830 Highway 58, 7 p.m. Breathe. Oh man, listening party going on. She came a long way to provide these energies for us. Y'all support Nessa Jay continuously and all the other artists in Chattanooga that has the gift, the heart, and the work ethic. Please support them. We will continue to do so. Feel free to come back here anytime. You too, Miss Yokita. We will be having Mr. McClendon come as much as he want to. And we'll continue this mission, man. We look forward to engaging with everybody as much as we can. Shout out Community Arts Summit, DJ P. Cali Village, National Action Network. It is time for us to be our highest self. And thank you for coming and helping encourage that notion.
Thank you for inviting me. I really appreciate it. I hope everybody, I can see y'all tonight, come out and support.
We'll be there.
It's a big thing to me for y'all to come out, family and friends, 7 p.m., Highway 58, breathe. It's going to be the ish when you come out for real. Yeah, come on.
So I think they got the whole little craze of boots on the ground from you. Yeah, that's what I'm starting to think. I just felt it. So we keep the boots on the ground, you all. Thank you. It's been a great time. WPTP, that is Power to the People, 100.1 FM. Mr. McClendon, you want to share some stuff you got going on, brother?
Well, just working on the war words with my co-host Poona Moona, aka Lil Mo Films, and we're about to revamp the Wake Up with RMJR. Big things coming.
Big things coming. Support. This man right here got my attention way before any opportunity for radio or conversations or interview ever happened in this field. He is my elder. I do look for him to show me guidance in these situations. And great spirits like you're setting the standard. So we've had two so far, Reach the Truth and you. To start off the Ready Right Now live marathon, because we're not stopping. So all artists that wants to participate in this fashion, come up here, share your inspirations, your things you got going on, your goals, all the things, man. Come share it with your community here at WPTP, Ready Right Now live. Thank you, Mr. McClendon. Thank you, Miss Nessa Jay, and thank you, Miss McGraw. We'll see you all next week at 1 p.m. Until then, 7 o'clock, 4830. How